everybody, and welcome back to the Midwest Ghost Seekers YouTube channel. Today's show we're going to be showing the paranormal gear that I have. If you want to know more about the paranormal gear I have, I will leave the links down below as to where I got them from. And, hopefully the price stays the same. That's not to me, it's up to the website. Also, the availability is on that website as well. If you want to see more videos like this, come on back. I'm more than happy to show you the gear that I have. I've got quite a bit of gear, so this is going to be probably a maybe a 3-4 part series, depending how much I have. And if you like that sort of thing, come on back. Let's get to the video. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, like I said, I'm going to be talking about the paranormal gear I have. Like, this is a small case I have. There's going to be more added to this series, but we're going to start off a little bit on the soft end of this. Not too hardcore. Some devices can be a little more difficult to explain as far as if you're new to the paranormal field. Well, you might not understand about some of the stuff and how we use it. So bear with me and let's get to this. So the first thing, as you can see, in this box here we have a lot of the flashlights that I like to use. And the very reason why I have different flashlights is because of, depending on the location, if it's really huge or real small, it just all depends. So let's go over some of these flashlights I have. The miniature flashlight that I have, hopefully the camera can catch this. Now the reason why I like this miniature flashlight is because in small locations, it gives off kind of a small light. As you can see, it shines off pretty small, not in such a wide range of space, but enough to get you where you want to go. So that is really good for what I like to use up in the attic, sometimes in the basement. It just all depends. So that's the small light here. The next two lights I have, we have we have a red light and then we have a green light. The red light here we like to use, as you can see, it still doesn't give off a lot. And the thing is that this special kind of light that I like to use, show it up as close as I could possibly can. Hopefully, camera catches that, like I said. This flashlight is pretty nice. I got it off of Amazon. Fairly cheap, maybe $6, $7, something like that. And it extends. So, depending on how you have the light using it, like I said, I'm going to turn it on here. As you can see on the table, it shows red. If I pull it down, it makes it a lot smaller, like into a square. And, for reasons why that is, I have no idea. I'm not going to use it. You can use it as a pointer, I guess, if you want. I use it on the wider base, so as I push in a little bit more, it adjusts and gets bigger or small. And I like to use these as far as like full spectrum type of lights and stuff, depending on the camera that you're using. So that's the red one. Again, here is the green one. Same base, Amazon as well. Pulls up and down. As you can see, this is a little bit different. It gives more of a glow on this one, but it's still green. Still gives it kind of like the pointer type deal. And as you pull back on it, it expands and gets a lot bigger of a circle. So again, we use these for full spectrum uses, depending on the location you're at and how you want to use them. Another great thing about these is that if you are doing something like a EVP session, so to speak, and you have these out there, you can use the the red one and the green one as far as like a yes or no type deal. If you can get the spirit to tap on one of these buttons, which is push button, okay? And it's very important to use a push button versus the ones where the tip of it just turns and goes on that way. To me, that's kind of cheating. So if you use the push button type deal, it gives the spirit more of like, has to use more of its energy to turn it on. So that way you can give the yes or no indication as to if it in fact goes along with your questions when you're talking. So that is another reason why I like about these small flashlights and how I like to use them. The next flashlight I have, this one, ironically, I got off of Instagram, which I would sometimes not advise to get things off Instagram because it takes forever depending on what location they come from. This one happened to come from China, and it took about 6, maybe 7 months to get to me. So that one probably would not be a wise choice to go through to get a product. And again, like I said, you just don't know where it's coming from, and it may take a lot longer than you would think. Like Amazon, it comes, you know, pretty quick within a week or so. So that's my ideal way of shopping for things, and Instagram is a little hesitant to get stuff off of Instagram. This one, a little, like I said, hopefully the camera is catching some of this stuff here. I'm not able to see. Anyway, this one is a lot brighter than the ones that I just showed you. Same format, LEDs, but this one, the lumens on this one are quite bright. It's about 8,000 lumens. It can get up to 10,000 lumens. And I know you're probably saying, well, why the hell do you need something so bright? Well, if you go to a place like Waverly Hills, which it's a huge sanitarium, or go to like a sane asylum, you know, like Sheboygan Asylum, for instance, it's a pretty wide, big base. So for some places like that, you might need a bigger light and a brighter light just to see where you're going, so you don't fall flat in your face or run into some piping that are along the side or hanging low, you know, in some of those tunnels that they have. So I'll turn this on. Can't turn it towards the camera because it's a real bright light, like I said before. Here too, same thing. You can point it down as a pointer if you want to use it as a pointer, which, like I said, I don't use as a pointer. But as you pull back on it, as you can see, it gets a lot brighter and a bigger, more surface coverage. Another thing I like to use this for is I tip it up. It does brighten the whole area where I'm at. So it is very bright, and do not shine this in anybody's eyes. If you do get something like this, it could very well blind them pretty good. So, but this does a lot of different features. Like I said, I'm going to shine it down on the table here. The one feature that it does is that you can dim it to your liking. So it has 3 different dim modes, and then you got one that's kind of like, you know, what would you say, like a disco kind of like, well, not disco, but you know, those ones that you go through haunted houses and they just, you know, do one of those things. It does one of those. And then you got the next one, which is kind of like an SOS, which is really good in case if you get in a lot of issues and you're stuck somewhere and you can't find anyone, and you can use this SOS and then they can help try and find you. So that's this flashlight here. So like I said, this is a very good buy. I really like it. I enjoy it. I've used it in some locations I've been to already. So if you want to use something like that, I would look elsewhere besides Instagram. Maybe find it on Amazon. Like I said, if I can find it, the links of these in Amazon, I'll post them down below. Alright, so the next thing we have here is what you got, the traditional laser pen, which I got from Ghost Stop. A lot of my products I do get from Ghost Stop, so don't be surprised if you see something here and you say, hey, I seen that, I seen it on Ghost Stop. Well, that's where I got it. You can also get this at Amazon, I believe, as well. So on here we get a little tripod that comes along with this. This works pretty nice. It does help keep the laser pen in the on motion if you push it all the way through. So that's pretty nice. And it just basically goes on like this. And it just sets it in a really nice position. You can control it up and down, left or right. It all depends. I'll get out of frame here and I'll show you what it looks like on the wall in the dark. So as you can see, in the nighttime, this brightens up really nice. On the tip of this, where the laser is, you can turn the head, and it gives you different various designs and how you want to use it. So some patterns might sound a little bit or look a little bit better, then use that pattern. It all depends on what location you're at. As you can see, like I said, it gets more dotty. And then it spreads out to more like that, which I like to use it in this format because you can catch shadows a little bit better. If you can, in that format, you know, it clears it out pretty good. Again, it all depends on how the pattern you like to use and what makes the most sense for you. I'm just going through the different various modes as to how they look, how I run my hand through it. Some people like to use this style. I've seen this a lot where people like to use it in this way. To them, maybe they can catch a shadow figure a lot easier, but however you like to use it, this is the way how this works. Okay, so next up on this equipment that I'm showing you, brief tour, I have what you call the traditional K2 meter. Now, a lot of people are on the fence about the K2 meter, how it works, if they like how it works or not. Me, I like how it works. Caught a few things when I was at Melbourne Manor. It has gone off at that place there. And the other thing too is that it can, like say if you have like a camera, okay, or your phone, or anything electrical. The biggest problem, as you can see, here's how it looks when it turns on. It goes 5 different colors, depending on the strength of the electric device that's close to it. So, like if your phone gets close to it, it will manipulate it, and it will go all the way to the end, or it'll start flashing. So you can get a lot of false positives on this, depending, like I said, where you go. If you're by your, or if like your wattage box, you know, go down there and put it up against that. Put it anything, kind of do like a baseline reading with this if you like. You know. So that's like I said, a lot of people are on the fence with this. Me, I like it. I use it. But I don't use it all the time. There's a lot of other devices I like to use, and I'm one of those people who also likes to go outside the box and try different things and different items and whatnot. So I did get this off of, I believe, Amazon as well, because Amazon sells a lot of these things, so that's a good place for that. Okay, so next up in this small little case that I have here, I have what you call just regular playing cards. Now, the reason behind the playing cards, number one, it's outside the box. Number two, not a lot of people do this tactic, and I also like it as to try and see if it, like say when you do an EVP session, and see if it can, or even if you have a Ovilus on hand, and you get your deck out, fan out your cards, pull a card, and you're facing the card, and see if the Ovilus can pick out the card that you're looking at, or in the EVP, it detects what you're using. That's a lot of things I like to use. So, in the same aspect of that is I also for the Estes method. So what the Estes method is where someone's got the headphones on and they can't hear what they're saying and asking questions, and then they have like an ITC device, which is like Necrophonics or Spirit Box or Spiritus or something like that. And with that, you ask questions, okay, like I said, and they can't hear you, and they try to decipher what the ITC device is telling you. And if you're holding up a certain card and they say what the card is and what the device is telling them, it may or may not be correct. It's the same thing as you also, if you write words down, okay? So if you're writing words down and you're trying to see if the spirit can see what you're writing down or say what you're writing down. It's a very unique type of method. It's outside the box, it's doing something different, and that's the kind of things that I like to use and do in an investigation. So playing cards is pretty good. So, and like I said before, writing words and stuff like that using the S's. So lastly, the thing that I also want to mention here too, it's very important to get nice cases. Now this case you can get from Amazon, you can get them from Ghost Stop. These are very nice. They come in different sizes, small, medium, large, depending on how many things you want to put in the case. So this is another good benefit, and it helps keep everything in place. I mean, the way how I use it probably is not the way how other people would use theirs or set it up. I mean, I'm kind of new to this field as well as everybody else is. So, just how you use it and maintain it and put it the way how you like it. So these are very beneficial as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video of a little bit of the tour I have with the first case. The next video will be on the second case I have, and I'll go through with the equipment I have on there. Once you get through with some of these, the series of the equipment I have, I will do an episode on the stuff that I do want to get in the future. So stay tuned for that. So until then, see you next time. Remember to like, share, and hit that notification button for more videos coming up in the future.